by the Civil Wars is going to be played in Dad-Gad tuning. This is an alternate tuning from standard. If you don't know what it is, your 6th string, you need to lower the pitch of it to a D. Your 5 string will remain at an A. Your 4 string remains at a D. Your 3 string remains at a G. Your 2 string gets lowered in pitch down to an A, so that it's going to be the same note as your 3 string 2 fret. And then your 1 string gets lowered in pitch down to a D, so that it's the same note as your 6th string and your 4 string, just octaves higher. Hence the name Dad-Gad, D-A-D-G-A-D, Dad-Gad. It's a nice open tuning. So, the first chord is going to be just utilizing one finger, your first finger on the 3 string 2 fret, and you want to strum from the open 6 string down to the open 1 string. And across that chord is where the vocals start. They're doing this harmony of just kind of melody runs. And then you hit the D chord again, and there's more melody runs in the vocal, and then that's the vast majority of the song. So the first lick, let me start off by saying your first finger is going to remain on the 3 string 2 fret for the entirety of this verse riff. And you're going to be hitting the first note by taking your 2nd finger and putting it down on the 2 string 3 fret. And a lot of times John Paul White will pull the 2 string 3 fret. And so after that, you're going to lift your 2nd finger up, and your up strum will be catching the open 1 string, so that you're emphasizing a feel like, but it's a big strum, like a down up. So the down strum will be putting your 2nd finger down on the 2 string 3 fret and pulling it slightly, and then the up, lift your 2nd finger up and strum up across the strings, all the while your first finger remaining stationary on the 3 string 2 fret. And then you want to mute the strings by, I lay my palm down on the strings, and on my left hand, I just flatten my 2nd and ring fingers and pinky fingers down across the strings. And then you're going to pick up and go down, up on the strings. And then the remainder of it is going to be moving with your 2nd finger to the 5 string 3 fret. So you'll strum down and up with your 2nd finger down on the 5 string 3 fret for down, and then up, lifting your 2nd finger up off the 5 string 3 fret, and then go down with your 2nd finger to the 6 string 3 fret. Strum down and then strum up, lifting up your 2nd finger. So that will come together very slowly like this. You're moving with your 2nd finger the whole time from the 2 string 3 fret to the 5 string 3 fret to the 6 string 3 fret. Down, up, mute, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, mute, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, mute, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, mute, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, mute, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, mute, down, up, down, up, down, up. All the while you're going 2nd finger, 5 string, 6 string, 2 string, 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 5 string, 6 string. I think I said that right each time, but just to verify, 2 string, 5 string, 6 string, 2 string, 5 string, 6 string. So it runs along for that for a while, and then you hit just another big open D chord where they sing the chorus, and then I think it repeats just the big D chord where it's just your first finger on the 3 string 2 fret, and then back into the... Repeats that for a while, and then we come down to the first change. It's going to be that chord, This is an A sharp. The way this chord is going to get made is John Paul White comes up with his second finger to the 6th string 8th fret. So second finger on the 6th string 8th fret. First finger on the 3 string 7th fret. And you're going to have, you want your second finger to mute out the 5 string. We don't want the 5 string to ring out, but we do want the 6th string ringing out, the open 4 string, and the 3 string 7th fret where we've got our first finger. So it strikes that note, just 1, and then you can hear him pulsing, and 2, and 3, and 4, like 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. So it comes back before the shift and goes down, up, down, down, up, and then mutes. I say mutes, he doesn't mute. It goes down, up, and then hits the next chord. So that next chord is going to basically be a D. So we're going from the A sharp to a D, and the way that we're going to play that is just strum across strings 6 through 1 with your first finger still on the 3 string 7th fret from that A sharp. So the chords are with your second finger down on the 6th string 8th fret to just open that up with your first finger still down on the 3 string 7th fret with the pulsing, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4. And just repeating back down to my second finger on the 6th string 8th fret. And then after doing that, I think on the 4th time, it goes to this chord, which is an A. That will be an open 6th string, an open 5 string, second finger on the 4th string 7th fret, second finger on the 4th string 7th fret, first finger on the 3 string 6th fret. And I don't think that you really want the strings 2 and 1 ringing out here. Just primarily strings 6, 5, 4, and 3. But if strings 1 and 2 ring out, it doesn't kill the chord. So that's the A sharp to the D, to the A sharp, to the A, and then you can hear a variant on that A get played where they move from this chord to this chord. This is an open 6th string, open 5 string, first finger on the 4th string 2 fret, and an open 3 string, and you're strumming from the 6th string to the 3 string. And then back into. And then when it gets to the running for miles part, it's going to be a D chord. That the first time the D chord gets played is just a big D chord, like I've shown you before. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's going to move to a C chord. The way the C chord will get played is first finger on the 5 string 3 fret, and John Paul White puts his ring finger on the 3 string 5 fret, with everything that's not getting fretted ringing out. So an open 6 string, a fretted 5 string 3 fret, an open 4 string, a fretted 3 string 5 fret, an open 2 string, an open 1 string. Fretting it that way is a little bit strange for me, so I use my pinky finger in place of my ring finger on the 3 string 5 fret. But from here, once you get the shape, whichever chords you use, or whichever fingers you use rather, it's pretty easy because it just moves from the C to a B. So take that shape and just move it down 1 set of frets. Your first finger is on the 5 string 2 fret. Your ring or pinky finger is on the 3 string 4 fret, and then it's going to go down to an A sharp. First finger on the 5 string 1 fret, pinky finger on the 3 string 3 fret. So we've got the D chord to the C chord to the B chord to the A sharp chord, and it's just straight down strums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it runs back up to the D, except for this time it's not the big open D. It's going to be this same chord shape. We just pull it up to your first finger on the 5-string 5 fret, your pinky finger or ring finger on the 3-string 7 fret, and then we repeat that descension back down from the D chord to the C chord to the B chord to the A sharp chord, and then we get eventually the second time through it resolves, or maybe it's the third or fourth time through. Honestly, I forget how many times it is, but it goes D to the C to the B to the A sharp, and then eventually to an A chord, which gets played. I've got my second finger on the 4-string 2 fret, my ring finger on the 3-string 2 fret, and then an open 5 string down to an open 1 string. So it hits that A chord, and then it kind of modulates up a half step by moving your second finger up to the 4-string 3 fret and your first finger coming down to the 3-string 2 fret. And you would just strum open 5 to the open 1 again. So we've got the A chord to this modulated chord with first and second fingers back down to a version of an A chord. You can either do that A chord from before, or you can leave the 3-string open and go open 5, 4-string 2 fret with your second finger, open 3, open 2, open 1, and then it ends on that big D chord with a cappella vocal melody ending the song. So the A, modulate back down to the A, and then that's where it ends. So those are the chords and movements to Barton Hollow by the Civil Wars. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach the song.